Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute. I apologize. The last couple weeks of summer vacation, I went full on mommy mode, was trying to jam in like as much time with Landon before he got back into school. So I do apologize, but you know, life happens. But I have a super exciting video today testing out a whole bunch of new products available at Ulta Beauty and flowerbeauty.com. If you guys are excited for this video, definitely go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let's get right on into it. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and prime the skin. Obviously, I already do have brows on because they have been looking extra wild lately. I have not like cleaned them up in a while, so I was just like, we're gonna go ahead and do the brows pre-filming. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a brand new product from Flower Beauty. This is the Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir. Flower Beauty has been killing it lately. In fact, I'm sure you guys will see the sponge in this video. That's pretty much replaced my beauty blender. I absolutely love it. I actually did go onto Ulta and order several other products just because I think it'd be really fun to do a full face Flower Beauty type of video. But here is the actual primer slash, it's like a primer, moisturizer, face oil all in one. It's full of 6 antioxidant oils that are supposed to nourish, smooth, prime, hydrate, and then I just like to go in and press it in with my fingers just because I am wearing a heavier moisturizer underneath. I've been so dry lately, even with this humidity. I don't know what the deal is. Now, if you're someone with like really oily skin and you just don't like the feeling of additional oil on your face, but you're still wanting the glow from a product like this, you can always go in and just mix like a drop with your foundation and apply it that way. But if you're more on like the normal to dry side, I still think you'd really like, sometimes I do both. That sounds like a lot, but like I said, I've been having drier patches and I just like the dewy glow. So as you can see, even though there's a ton of glitter that you can see in the bottle, you don't really see glitter on my face. You just see a really nice radiant glow. This is a product that I had ordered on Juvia's Place, but now Juvia's Place is available at Ulta. I'm so excited. Ulta has just been adding more and more brands lately. So this is the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place. This palette, I haven't even used it yet. I ordered it, and like I said, since it's been summer vacation, I've just been in like hardcore mommy mode. I feel like I have not had a day where I've just been able to like sit down and put on a full face of makeup. So I'm like so stoked for today. So here is this palette. As you can see, you have some gorgeous like warm neutrals down here, but then you still have some really fun pops of color on the top. The only thing I'm not seeing is a brow bone shade, but I can always just go into another one of my many palettes and grab that. In fact, let me go ahead and do that now, just because I always like to lay a nice kind of like bone beige shade first, because I feel like that really helps blend in any other shadows that I'm going to go in with. All right, so the first shade I'm going to use is called Zulu. I applied the tiniest bit on the brush because if you are not familiar with Juvia's Place shadows, they are so pigmented. They pack a major punch. So a tiny bit will blend out quite a bit. So I just like to start off soft. I mean, that's not super soft, but I mean, I barely like doinked my brush in it and there's that much color payoff. All right, now taking a bit of, I'm not sure if it's Ada or Ada. I probably should have researched that first. I hate when I'm not positive about a name. Maybe it's one of those words that can be pronounced both ways. All right, and I'm just adding a little bit more of that just to deepen up this area right here. Okay, and then taking a tiny bit of Zobo, which is this gorgeous purple, I'm going to add a tiny bit more of that into the crease. I guess it's more of like a magenta plummy shade, but it goes perfectly with these other red tones. Plus, I want to do a gold in the lid, and the way purples and golds look together, I love it. So pretty. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Casablanca, and I'm just going to use my finger to stamp that right onto the inner half of my lid. And as always, I just like to bring it up slightly. That way the color doesn't just like disappear when I open my eyes. So just bringing it up a touch over like the natural fold of my hooded eye. Okay, now moving on to the start of the show. I'm so excited about these. Don't get me wrong, I live for like a great matte eye, but if I had to choose like either matte or glitter for the rest of my life, I would definitely want a glittery lid. I just love the look of them, the way they hit the light, everything. adore a good glitter shadow. So these are a brand new product from Flower Beauty. These are the Warrior Glitter Shadows, and let me tell y'all, these are amazing. So I have 6 shades here. What's really cool about these is that you can use them just as an actual liquid eyeshadow. You can use it as like a glitter liner. You could use it as an eyeshadow topper. That's the way that I'm going to be applying it today. But what I love about these products is that they're buildable, but even as you build up the layers, they don't get like crispy and flaky. One day I wore like 2 different shades on each lid while I was cooking, just so I could really test out the formula first. So I've been wearing them more as glitter toppers just because, I don't know, I just feel like they really pack a punch that way. But if you do want to go in as a solo liquid shadow, apply your first layer, give it about 15 to 20 seconds to dry fully down before you go in with a second layer. Otherwise, if you go in while it's still wet, it'll either pick up that first initial layer or it'll move it around. Once it's fully dry, it just stays in place. You don't get that like crispy, crunchy feeling or anything like that. That's what I love about the product. Plus, the applicator on these are so handy, even if you have hooded lids like myself, because these have a great kind of like curved spade shape applicator. So it kind of just stamps right into the inner corner of my lids with no problem. So taking the shade Balm, I'm just going to go in and use the applicator as a stamp and just stamp it all on this gold area. And then I like to kind of like keep my eye partially open like this, just because with hooded lids, if you like open your lid right away, you'll get a little bit of that glitter transfer. So just give it the 15 to 20 seconds and then you're good to go. Went in and used a touch of the Flame glitter shadow as well. So these two definitely work beautifully together. I just added a little bit of that right onto the upper portion of my little hooded lid. I did want to say, just because I'm sure someone would have asked, even though these are a liquid, whenever you use them as a liquid eyeshadow topper, it doesn't do anything to disturb the powder shadow that you may be wearing on the bottom. Now, if you went in and you were like swiping it, that could possibly kind of like move around the powder shadow. But as you saw, I stamped it on, so it really just left all that shadow in place. Didn't have any issues with it like disrupting that area. Okay, moving on to foundation. Unfortunately, I don't have a new foundation to share in today's video. If you guys recently purchased a foundation or you've been seeing one online that you're curious about, definitely let me know. I feel like I haven't really tested out a new foundation in a while, which makes me sad because I always love testing out new complexion products. For today, I'm going to be using the Becca Aqua Luminous foundation. Why didn't the little thing pop up? Oh, there we go. I'm using the shade Light. I don't have any self-tanner going on, so I am pretty pale at the moment, and I'm just going to be using my Flower Beauty sponge. I actually have a really sad story about this sponge. I just purchased a new one because, as you can see, this one is getting kind of gross. It's stained. I've like washed it multiple times, but it's just old and it was ready to go. Well, Landon and I were sitting together watching YouTube, and he had watched one of those videos where someone like cut open their old beauty blender. So obviously my 8-year-old was instantly like intrigued by that, and he was like, we should cut yours open and see what's inside. So I knew I had this one that I was ready to toss. So I was like, okay, just go into the drawer and grab one because he knows where they are. Well, he had grabbed my new one, but I wasn't able to tell that it was like the new one. I guess I wasn't fully paying attention because I remembered that I did use it with a like CC cream. So it had a little bit of foundation on it because I hadn't washed it right after. So I just kind of assumed that it was my old one, and I cut it open. I was like, no, I just purchased this, but that's okay. I can replace it. That's one nice thing about these. They're definitely way more affordable than the beauty blenders, and I actually prefer these over the beauty blender or really any other complexion sponge that I've tried. These are under $10. Okay, now moving on to blush, we have another brand new product from Flower Beauty. These are the Blush Balm Color Drops for Cheeks. Silky, lightweight texture, radiant finish. These are really cool because it's a gel formula. It's non-staining. It stays like this kind of wet gel on your skin, so you have plenty of time to build it out first. I recommend using it with like a good kind of like stippling brush or your fingers or your beauty blender, or I guess in this case flour sponge. That's the main sponge I've been using to apply it. I'll go in with my fingers first and then blend it out. I've only used 2 shades on my skin so far, the shade Melon and Cinnamon. Melon is perfect for the summertime, but I really love Cinnamon just for every day. I typically gravitate towards these kind of like more bronzy type of blushes. The applicator on these are really cool. So as you can see, the 2 that I've used so far, the color comes up through this little clear applicator, but here's what a brand new one looks like. I I love like product packaging. I don't know what it is, but things like this that make me feel like a little chemist that's like mixing products just bring me extra joy. So I was really stoked about these. This would probably be a really cute color for the summer as well. This one is called Nectar. There are 6 shades to choose from. So we have Pinched, Bitten, which looks like this gorgeous berry, and then Bubbly. But I think today we'll go in and we'll mix cinnamon and nectar, just because any sort of like orangey type of blush I think would be really pretty with this look. So I'm gonna start off with just a bit of nectar. Ooh, I feel like this is a product that would last you forever because this is another product that is super, super pigmented. So here's what nectar looks like, and then I'm just going to mix it with a touch of cinnamon just to deepen it up slightly. Side by side of the shades, I'm just gonna take the back of my brush, and yes ma'am, that's like the perfect color. Now we just have this really pretty kind of bronzy brown type of orange. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit like that. See what I mean? That was like way too much. You really only need a little bit. And I'm going to smile first and then go in with my sponge and just start blending it out. I like to start light and then build up from there. Just going, doing a cheesy smile, and then just blending it out. Now you could definitely use this as like a blush base if you wanted to. If you wanted to add like more pigmentation, you could go in like with your favorite kind of like matching powder blush, but I kind of like to just wear it like this because I like that additional radiance. Plus with my cheeks being dry, if I go in with too much powder, then they just look extra dry. And wow, I actually really like that color combination. Okay, so same thing on this side. Just do my cheesy smile and press it on and then blend it out. I'm gonna go in with this one from 𝗂𝗎. This one is called Citrine. So while this blush is still slightly tacky, I'm going to pop some of this right on top, just because a little bit of the moisture from the blush I feel like helps intensify the highlighter even more. Ooh, I like that combination too. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of the Warrior Glitter Shadow in Flame, and I'm just going to drag some of that onto my lower lash line. I love this color. Just the flecks of glitter in it are so fine. You don't get like the typical like chunky, just like silver glitter. It's very like multi-dimensional, and it's just so pretty. Anyways, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below which product you're most excited for. I've like pretty much excited about all these new launches from Flower Beauty. Also, let me know if you guys would like to see that one brand makeup look using all Flower Beauty products down below. I'm so stoked for that video just because I want to do more tutorials using these products, especially this one here in Poison. These are so cool, especially if you love a nice glittery lid like myself. Clearly, I'm way too excited about those. But anyways, I will have all the products linked down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would love to hang out with y'all more in the future. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.